He mocked my job. Then I fired him. Marcus had been a thorn in my side since day one. From the second I started dating his sister, he made it his personal mission to turn every family event into a hostile interview. Passive-aggressive comments, smug little digs, constant judgment. It was relentless. But nothing compared to what happened last Sunday. He strolled into family dinner late and loud, reeking of whiskey and whatever cologne screams midlife crisis in a golf cart. Fresh off a corporate tournament, still in his polo shirt, he locked eyes with me like a predator smelling weakness. Still wearing hoodies to dinner, huh? He laughed across the table. Must be nice not having to dress like an adult. The whole room chuckled. I didn't. When I mentioned working in tech, he made a show of sighing. Ah, yes, the modern gold rush. Every trust fund dropout with a laptop thinks he's the next Zuckerberg. He pulled out his phone mid-appetizers to show everyone his new BMW M3 lease. Real jobs get you real cars, he said, not Uber receipts. I glanced at my girlfriend, his sister, and saw her eyes roll so hard I thought they might get stuck. He wasn't done. During dinner, Marcus cornered me with a whiskey glass in one hand and ego in the other. My logistics firm's booming, even with the market in shambles, he bragged. Vice President of Ops, $200,000 base, not including stock options. That kind of stability, he looked me up and down, is what real men bring to the table. He made sure everyone heard him. Then he turned to his sister and said, "You could have done better. I mean, come on, unemployed startup guy? Really?" She fired back immediately, told him to back off. That's when he really went for it. He put his hand on my shoulder, squeezed hard enough to hurt, leaned in and whispered, "Ran a background check on you through a buddy. Nothing impressive. One failed company. Zero current funding. You're bleeding inheritance money and playing house with my sister. You're not a builder, you're a leech. The kicker?" He stood up during dessert and announced to the room, "Let's be real. She's paying for their dates while he plays with computers in his apartment." He told my girlfriend's grandparents I'd begged him for job referrals, said I'd sent him my joke of a resume. Then he pulled up my LinkedIn, scrolled past my intentionally minimal profile and said, "This is the guy?" This. Everyone stared. Half were too polite to speak. The other half nodded along like they agreed. Then he started ranting about private equity parasites, how Silicon Valley was destroying real American companies, how his firm was probably getting bought out by some clown in a hoodie who would fire all the experienced people to install their pet robots. "They don't understand business," he said, red-faced. "They got lucky once and think that means they can run logistics like it's a damn video game." And then, he said the name of the company that had just acquired his, with pure venom. I reached into my pocket and pulled out my phone, opened the press release, passed it to him across the table. The headline read, "Atlas acquires Riverside Freight in $72 million deal. Statement from CEO. My name." Silence. Pure, deafening silence. Marcus stared at the screen, blinking like it might change if he looked long enough. He started laughing nervously. "This is fake, right?" he asked. "This is a joke?" I said nothing. He Googled my name. One article, then two, then 15. My face, my name, my company. I watched him turn white as he realized the unemployed loser he'd just dragged in front of his entire family owned his company. I had signed the acquisition paperwork 2 weeks ago, and that morning, just hours before dinner, I'd finalized the executive restructuring. "Effective tomorrow," I said quietly. "You're no longer employed by Riverside Freight." His mouth opened, but nothing came out. He started pleading, promising I didn't understand, saying he could prove his worth. I raised my hand. "You'll get a severance package. The amount will reflect your performance review, which I'll personally oversee. But let's be honest, Marcus. You spent 2 years inflating your title, insulting the people around you, and bragging about a job you were only keeping warm." He started crying, actual tears, in front of his entire family. I looked over at my girlfriend. She gave me a slow, satisfied nod. Her mom put down her fork and said, "Pass the potatoes." Marcus left without dessert. By Monday afternoon, HR had him escorted out of the building, his access revoked, his name scrubbed from the website. The BMW went back to the dealer a week later. I never raised my voice, never stooped to his level. I didn't need to.